the civil society organizations, ASEPA, na share what this holds for democracy and more so public personal, yeni hun komo kakra. Mensah Thompson, executive director ma ASEPA. Mensah ma hen.
That don't measure also.
Na oho ya de.
Nyamiado mo de che na mo so.
Nyamiado bibia boko na manfo fu se bia asa na nse amanfo saman sama wo court ntinu aka wanu atum.
Bendo ye timi kan don to musa.
Mo whether court or no court, Ghana first on.
Yeah, Ghana first, yes.
Yeah. But Minimara, so ASEPA, what's your general impression of this news of paying the president's wife and the wife of the vice president?
Well, I hope said
Happy FM.
Mobile train nanka to ya namon bi and Sani Akasa, but since you've called me,
yeah, me too, Mensah.
Yes. Let's okay. So on Friday, I mean from 2 or 3 days. So let me share it first on your station. On Friday, this coming Friday, we will file an action at the Supreme Court of Ghana to challenge the recommendation to pay salaries to the president's wife and the vice president's wife.
Sir, more ASEPA for you right to challenge a yes, I move way.
We are not writing. We are going to the Supreme Court to challenge it, and we are not writing. This is a writing matter.
Anyway, when it comes as a breaking news, so because Mentes are more can baby.
Yes, that is what I'm saying, Senka. We were only going to speak about it after we file, because the lawyers are working on the writ now. The writ will be ready by Friday, and we will file the processes on Friday. We're hoping, say, by Friday when we file, Nanka will share a copy with the media and also the other entities. But since you've called me, let me just use the opportunity to tell you that we are going to challenge this thing.
Na mpacho mo how pa ne say wo ho antimode kokoti.
The kind, what kind Article 71, which is the basis for setting up the Salaries and Emoluments Committee, which is a Professor Ya Inti Committee. The TOR of the committee, as enshrined under the Constitution, is to review salaries and emoluments for Article 71 office holders only. Article 71 office holders underlined. What kind of constitution now? The Constitution goes further to tell us who form part of this Article 71 office holders. The President, the Vice President, the Chief Justice, the Speaker of Parliament, Cabinet Ministers, EC Chairperson, Shraj Boss, a number of them. There is nowhere in that list like your both first lady and second lady. In fact, there is nowhere in the entire Constitution the Constitution makes reference to a first lady or second lady. So the position of first lady and second lady, it is not recognized under the law. How do we set up a committee to go and review salaries of Article 71 office holders, and then they come back with recommendations to pay salaries to the wives of president and vice president? How? Me person me young kwine. Ma so say kodi jabre me na me young kwine. Mama on list say to jini to nyadoa to nam to we bibia e young kwine. Who ko jom na wo ba na wa to milo ato milk any pan no. What the Baba heading? Meanwhile, Messi could dig up and I'm in young quine, and my mouth list to say, could dig cotonoma with bread and I'm in fun young quine. Oh, bah, now could a pano. Who could a middle, nido ni milo? That is what the committee has done. Yes, Mom said Munko review salary of Article 71 of his holders. Mukonamo ba, Muko the recommendations to pay salaries to the first lady and second lady. It is illegal. We are going to court for the court to make a pronouncement, to make a determination that the action that the committee, the Professor Yah Inti committee, did not have the capacity to make those recommendations in the first place. 2, we are also going to file a motion for interlocutory injunction for the application of the recommendations of the committee.
Abasa even before this recommendations, previously not they were on allowance, and now when you were.
It was allowance. It wasn't a salary. There is a difference between a salary and an allowance.
I know, yes, sir.
Yes. So they were on allowance.
But allowance, Lydia, now who say and from Sobia,
the allowance were just at the benevolence of the country.
Happy FM.
Yeah.
It was just at the benevolence of the country, of the state.
So what's wrong if we decide to review it and make it salary proper? And no, dear, you don't go for.
You don't have any capacity. The committee, if it is done, then you must amend the constitution. You must go to parliament with a proper legislative instrument to amend that. Okay, now you want to pay salaries to first ladies and second ladies. Then that means that then we must define their role under the law. Because if you are not performing any role under the law, why must we pay you salary? And that is why they are on allowance. What you say? But you cannot come and tell us that we should put them on the same salary as cabinet ministers. For doing what? For following the president around and cutting short?
But sir, I'll share a bit of the background. The information minister, said, even in the previous governments, government by government kept reviewing these allowances, increasing it bit by bit. And to where we've gotten to, I mean, is there something wrong actually with classifying it as a salary and giving them something substantial?
How do you earn a salary?
When you work for it.
What job are they going to do to end up the same salary as a cabinet minister? Have they been able to tell you the job they are going to do?
So why don't we tax them with specific roles?
Exactly. That is why we are saying, sir, if you want them to work, perform a particular function, and for that reason you want to pay them, go to parliament with the proper law, go through the proper channel. But the Professor Yah Inti committee, which is an emolument committee, do not have any capacity to recommend that first ladies and second ladies should be put on salary. They don't have that capacity.
But I'm reading something here about the composition of the committee, what they came up with. Yeah, Wolfu said they don't have that power to decide because after even their recommendations, it was accepted in the plenary to be instituted, and you still think there is a breach somewhere.
Yeah, the point was that once any action is rendered illegal, once the originating action is illegal. The originating action here is the Professor Yah Inti committee, which did not have any capacity to recommend salary to pay. So whether the president has approved those recommendations or whether parliament has ratified those recommendations is neither here nor there. Once the originating action is illegal, all the subsequent actions are also illegal.
And to the best of ASEPA, more knowledge, you challenge this in court and make sure it's scrapped.
Oh yes. We'll go to court.
And yet personal in here.
Oh, it's not personal. We don't have anything against the first lady and the second lady. In fact, first lady me Pena Sempa, your mama Rebecca. Me Pena Sempa, she's a very, a very calm, gentle woman. Pena Sempa. But allowance
but in defining roles for them specifically so that they will be due what they are proposing, what do you suggest? Dear Jumani and Farmer Rebecca, dear Jumani and Farmer Samira. Oh, why do you say so, Mensah Thompson? Naza Mama Rebecca sabi ongo you. I mean, even though any official. No, she's into charity, she's into foundations and all. And you know, are you saying, sir, you to be funding your Jumabia to the benefit of the nation?
Obey no minister na.
What's my name?
Obey no minister.
Oh, sir, yeah, no minister.
And now be no chairman of the board. Ejuma be na o there. Say una wo chair ejuma na ke ejuma be na o be mo so mo ye.
Mensah Thompson. They say the Ejumenya measurements about me benya buchamami. Ma mention one member of parliament, Emra, into this conversation. Kwadaso MP, Dr. Kingsley Nyako, why former executive director for Dankwa Institute paying. Also a think tank, and I'm sure say when it comes to matters like these are a bit of an insight. Doc, Mahain. Hello, Dr. Kingsley Nyako. I'm saying the line not drop. But Mensah still thinking through a Juma you bet to me the ama. Okay, so maybe Samira so swear.
A Juma be no bet to me aye.
Oh, and the presidential staff for positions he be near Dino. None of these positions are never befit any of our first or second ladies.
Presidential staffer.
But sir, in charge of special duties, Bibi sir.
Samira de Mumbi makeup school man.
Oh, but Mensah. I might think, sir, this was just on the lighter side, but it's unfair to her.
Oh, no, but that is her expertise. It's not on the lighter side. That is her expertise.
The fashion police.
Yeah.
Now, fashion police, they come from Pojina, Minchazebia. Fashion police, now you're fashion police.
No, that wow, about all your Samira about me, you might be no bit me.
Oh, but she's young. I mean, probably, sir, or the CV bar near Uzebia, she's into beautician and I into, I mean, something like that. Why not?
And I'm just saying, you know, just on top of your head, who would maybe I'll share? Yeah, the Samira Koye, so it's my recommendation. But
never, as a